Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I want to discuss 10 tips that help me go from this to this. And I know I'm just showing you guys the physical aspect, but when I tell you guys, it's a lot more mental than you think. So tip 1 is to prioritize self-care. You need to make sure that you're not just doing all of these skincare routines. It is important, but make sure you're prioritizing yourself mentally. If you're not in a good mental space, you are not going to take care of yourself physically. The things that I could say to do is journaling, solo date, walking to the park, taking yourself to the cinema. Do anything that you know you can do to distress your mind, okay? That to me is more self-care than just taking care of your skin. Obviously, that is important, but let me tell you, when you're feeling depressed, you're not going to take care of your skin. Tip 2, you need to be able to set goals. If you don't set goals, you're never going to feel like you accomplished anything, and it's going to make you feel depressed, sad, useless, a rat on a highway. You don't want that. So make sure you write down goals that you envision for yourself, and then write down steps, make it. For me, example, I'm going to say I want to get to 10k subscribers by the end of next year. So now I want to be able to say, oh, I'm going to now start trying to post at least twice a month. So recording, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the point. Set goals. You're going to feel a sense of accomplishment. It's going to make you feel better about yourself. And when you feel better, you look better. Okay. Tip 3. Create a routine, okay? I feel like I have ADHD, so I really struggle with this. But when I tell you, you need a routine in your life, because you need to be able to be productive. And I don't know anyone who is productive without a solid routine. So for me, example now, I also work full time. I put down schedules. So I know for example, from 7 a.m. to 2:30, I'm going to be doing my office work. After my office work, because I'm also in uni, I set, time at night to revise. You need to set a routine so you can be productive. There's no point in you waking up every single day and, is it free throwing it? I don't know. My English is not that good. Free balling it, okay? You don't want to be doing that. You want to be making sure that you know what you need to accomplish in the day so you can be productive, okay? And the moment you're productive, you're going to feel better. And when you feel better, you look better. Tip number 4, go to the gym. You don't need to go to the gym, but do something that's gonna make you move your body. You need to be able to be releasing endorphins. And when I tell you, the gym is not that nice. I don't like the gym. So what helps me was I started doing pole, and pole helped me lose weight. The moment I lost weight, I felt 10 times better about myself. And not only that, just being able to see my progress from being this bad to being this, I'm gonna say good, but I'm not even that good yet. But I feel like comparing it is be proud of yourself. And that accomplishment makes me feel better about myself. So no matter what it is, try to be active. There's so many other activities you can do. Cycling, rock climbing, do anything to move your body, okay? Tip number 5, you need to practice gratitude. Stop being an ungrateful B word, okay? I can talk because I've been an ungrateful B word. Every single time I was always thinking, Shaquisha has ABC. I don't have ABC. But there's people in the world that don't even have clean water, and you're here complaining because somebody bought themselves a Range Rover and you're driving a tiny car. Don't be that girl, because when you start to be ungrateful for the things you don't have in life, you then start to get depressed and feel sad, and then you start always comparing yourself to other people. And when I tell you, honey, it's not a good trait. Nobody wants a Debbie Downer. Nobody wants someone that's always complaining about themselves 24/7 because they don't feel like they have so-and-so. And if you don't feel like you have so-and-so, then guess what? Work for it, okay? Everything you want in life, it is literally in your palms. No one's saying it's easy to get, but you need to make sure you work for it. So make sure all the time you're practicing gratitude and you're grateful for the things you do have. And then you can think about the things you want and then work towards it. Because when you're ready in a more positive mindset, naturally, all of these things you want in life will come to you. It will attract. Law of attraction. Okay. Tip number 6, set boundaries. You know when they say they can look at your 5 friends and they can tell you who you are, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe that, okay? I feel like people that are kind-hearted tend to be controlled by narcissists. So don't think that because the 5 people in your friendship group are B-words, that means you're a B-word. Don't think that. Sometimes you need to set boundaries and cut off people in your life. When I tell you, as I said, it is more mental to look good than you actually think, okay? When I cut off people in my life that I felt like was affecting me mentally and was putting me into depression, and when I was in depression, I was overeating, and when I was overeating, I was gaining weight, and when I was gaining weight, my skin was breaking because all the food I was eating was rubbish, okay? So when I started cutting off people that were making me feel bad about myself, it helped me tremendously. Set boundaries, okay? You need to know who is your friend and who is not your friend. And if anybody is affecting you in a way that's making you feel depressed, upset, not confident, cut them off. Especially people that try to make you feel insecure and make you feel like you're ugly or you're not as pretty as them. Just cut them off. I'm saying set boundaries. Don't set boundaries. Cut them off. Okay? And then also set boundaries when you feel like people tend to take advantage of you, but you kind of still like them. No, don't set boundaries. Just cut them off. Cut them off. You need to make sure you're always prioritizing your mental space. Always prioritize you. Okay? You came into this world alone. You're going to leave the world alone. So who told you you came into the world to be taking care of Sarah, Felicia, and Doris? Who told you that? Set boundaries, prioritize yourself. Tip number 7, okay? Tip number 7. You know when they say you are what you eat? You are actually what you eat, okay? Make sure that you're eating healthy. And I'm not saying that you need to do a vegan diet or these meat diets or these ketosis diets, but make sure you're eating a well-balanced diet. Get your carbs in, get your vegetable in, get your protein in, get your fats in. You want to make sure that you're eating a balanced diet, okay? That means you need to cut takeaway. If you are a binge eater and you like to sit, watch TV and eat a bunch of food, no sis. You need to cut that out. So learn to cook. You want to know what's entering your body. It's important. These takeaway people, you don't know what they're doing to your food. Some people could blow their nose and wipe it in your burger. And what are you eating? You're eating a snot burger. I know I don't want to eat a snot burger. So I rather cook my burger at home. And 9 out of 10 times, it is going to taste even better. Another good way to help, start to meal plan and eat at reasonable times. Don't wait to 8 o'clock at night when you're starving to eat. Then all your body's going to be craving is KFC, Domino's, and some Chinese food. Don't do that to yourself. Okay? Tip number 8, practice mindfulness. You want to make sure that your emotions do not control your actions. So you need to be able to meditate and just have time to yourself during the day. There's things you can do like deep breathing. I would say one thing that really helps me is I turn off my phone for like an hour and just think about how I'm feeling, think about maybe the way certain things have made me feel and how I want to avoid it. Yeah, practice mindfulness. It's gonna help. I feel like I overreact a lot, but sitting down and, going through my thoughts and thinking, why do I react a certain type of way? And is it possible I can correct this way? You were not wrong for feeling a certain type of way, but you are wrong when you allow your emotions to take over and you react like a beast, okay? So you don't want to do that. So practice mindfulness. Trust me, it will make you feel better. Number 9, declutter your space. Clean room, clean mind, okay? If you're in an environment that is dirty and disgusting, you're going to feel dirty and disgusting. I've been there. When I was getting out of depression, the first thing that I did was clean my room. The moment your room is clean, you're gonna look around and it's gonna make you want to be productive. You're gonna want to be like, oh, you know, my room is clean, let me go out and do something to make myself feel even better. Okay, so if you guys struggle with cleaning, maybe every morning before you scroll on your phone, clean your space. If your space is clean, you think better. Okay, and apart from decluttering your space, another huge tip is don't always stay at home. It is not good to lock yourself up and stay at home. Be outside, be amongst people, be amongst nature. Let's say now you're always like revising at home. Maybe go to a cafe, go to a library. Do something that's going to put you in a different environment so you can be more productive. Okay. Finally, tip number 10. This is the most important tip. So listen up. Practice positive self-talk. You're not going to sit down looking at yourself on Instagram, comparing yourself to other people, saying that you're ugly, you're this, that, and the other. You're going to feel bad about yourself and you're never going to feel good. Something that helps me is every single day I tell myself you're amazing. You're amazing, you're beautiful, nobody's like you. The more you talk to yourself positively, you're going to start to believe it. You know, when I sit down here and say that, it sounds crazy, but trust me, it works. I used to think I was so ugly. Like growing up, I would always sit down, look at myself in the mirror, write up notes about myself and say, you're ugly, you have big eyes, I don't like this about yourself, you have bunny teeth. I used to talk the most worst about myself. And guess what? It put me into depression and I felt so insecure, it was insane. But now, every single time I see myself, I always say, wow, you have really big, nice eyes. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with how you look. Don't let society make you feel bad about your appearance. You need to practice self-talk, and being dead, this will help you. And not just self-talk physically, also mentally. If you feel like you're struggling with something and you're not good at doing it, tell yourself you can do it. You need to be able to be like, you can do it. This helped me so much in pole. Every single time I would feel down about myself, like I won't be able to climb up the pole, I won't be able to do ABC, I would tell myself, stop talking, you can do it. I hate the gym. And I started going to the gym. Why? Because I do positive self-talk. When I'm about to get dressed to go to the gym, I'll be telling myself, you're going to go there, you're going to lift the weights, you're going to do something, you're going to feel accomplished. Talk to yourself, okay? Because nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody can save you but yourself, okay? And that's going to be the last tip I leave with. If you take anything from this video, please let it be positive self-talk. So yeah guys, I'm gonna leave with that. Thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. If you guys want to, you guys can watch my video on self-love. It's the first video I made. I'm gonna try put it up here. I'm not really good at YouTube yet, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye lovelies. Mwah.